All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dylan Nossman with Calf Kick Sports, and I have the great pleasure to speak with Niklas Green Mask Stolze ahead of his fight at Oktagon 60 in Oberhausen and from his portable sauna. How are
Yeah,
we
yeah,
doing
yeah.
today, man?
Hey, hello, guys, and thank you very much again for the invitation. Hello, Calf Kicks fans, and yeah, my name is Green Mask MMA. I'm gonna fight in Oberhausen for Octagon, and I'm looking forward.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I believe you're in Las Vegas right now. Obviously, you've
Yes.
spent some of your career going back and forth, getting some training in both places. How's that been in Vegas, and what's been different about it this time?
Um. So Vegas have been super nice, like always. 2 years ago, I've met like two people here, Jake and Avery. The one guy is working for my management as an agent. They have like a house here, so they invited me to come over to like be at their house and just check out all the training facilities in Vegas. So back then, I checked out Syndicate MMA, did a couple training sessions there. Then like had a little bit of a tough run in the UFC, got cut, but still had a lot of good contacts to Vegas. And for this camp, I just decided to say, okay, I go back again to Vegas. Worked with Maki, worked with Extreme Couture, got welcomed, super nice in the new team, and it's been a fantastic camp here.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know today you just posted a picture with Maki Coconut Bombs Patolo, a
Yes,
great
yes,
UFC veteran and great fighter
yes,
as well.
yes,
So
yes,
it
yes,
seems like you
yes.
got some good training partners. So
Oh yes, oh yes.
coming up, obviously we mentioned you're fighting at Octagon 60 in Oberhausen, Germany. How does it feel not only to be fighting back at home in your own country again, but also to be fighting for a promotion that you have fought for, early in your career as you fought at Octagon 7?
Yeah. So it's cool, you know. I feel like I kind of paved the way for like a lot of German fighters because I was the first German actually who fought at Octagon. And for me, Octagon always have been super, super nice to me. You know, like they treat me very well. They gave me a nice contract. They always took care of me. You know, so for me, it's like the best part actually is to go back to fight in Germany. You know, I wouldn't like. I mean, I'm very grateful and happy with Octagon, but even like with another promotion, it's for me, it's super nice to fight in Germany because I had a long run. I was one of the guys who went international very early in his career. So I fought a lot in England and I fought in Ireland. And
Mm-hmm.
so all my fights until like 5-1, 6-1 record was in Germany. And then I've been like through the international scene and fought like in Ireland and then like in Austria and I fought in the Czech Republic. So for me, it's just very nice that I have a name now and can fight in Germany. So I can draw tickets. I can like sell tickets, draw people, is what I mean. And just like a lot of people come to watch me fighting. And this is like very, very nice.
Yeah, that's very special. Obviously, you spoke. Octagon has treated you very well. They're really gaining a reputation on a global scale as a tremendous promotion. They're one of my favorites as a spectator and a fan.
Yes.
For the maybe the younger fighters, the up and coming fighters, what would you say if they were maybe considering Octagon versus another promotion that would make them pick Octagon as opposed to
Mm,
somewhere else?
so I think they do just a very good promotion individual with you as a fighter, you know. So if you are with them and you have a fight coming up, they just promote you very well on their social medias. So they really give like a good effort to promote you and like show you.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like all my like high view reels, they all like connected with like Octagon, you know. So it's like they bring a lot of attention and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
viewers to your page, which is great. And then obviously they give out good contracts. You can make some money. It's not like all these little promotions in Germany. They pay you, I don't know, $200 to fight, you know, to do a
Yeah.
fist fight, and then
Mm-hmm.
you pay $50 like for the fuel, you know, to just get
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah.
it's
You're
like,
basically breaking even.
yeah. So um, no, like it is the individual promotion on their social medias and then on their recognition like as a promotion in general, and then the contracts, the money is very good. And like I said, if you give your all and you fight very well in this company, a lot of people will see you, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
eyes are at the moment on Octagon. So if you do good, you probably will do good in like other international promotions, if that is the case, if you really want to
Mm-hmm.
go for an
And that's the
international.
thing too is like you said, the eyes. I feel like nobody's putting on as large of shows as Oktagon right now. Even the
Yes,
UFC, you know, they're in the Apex so often, they're
yes,
not
yes,
having
yes.
fans. And Oktagon, meanwhile, I mean, in just a couple of months, they're going to Frankfurt for one of the largest
Oh
shows of all
yes,
time. So I
oh
think
yes.
it's so special to see a promotion really focusing on the live aspect of MMA.
Yeah, for me, getting goosebumps, by the way, when you
Mm-hmm.
say that. Like, even though I'm not on the card, I was pushing and I hope to get on the
Mm-hmm.
card, but then also it's like my job is to fight, and if they tell me like, hey, come, this fight is going to be in Oberhausen, then I'm fighting in Oberhausen. I don't complain, I don't
100%.
bitch, I don't moan. That's not my character and that's not me. So I'm happy, I'm going to watch Frankfurt back home on my TV, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's all good.
Absolutely.
Or I'm
So
going to knock this dude out in the first round and then say, let me fight in Frankfurt, we will see.
that
But I
there we
know the
go.
fight was pretty damn tough and
Mm-hmm.
like it's kind of full, so we will see.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah.
So I'd like to ask, where did the green mask nickname come from? I know you wear the mask walking out. You
Yes,
know,
yes,
you
yes.
have a lot of character with it. But where did that originate?
So my old coach, former coach, he used to train me like in all my kickboxing bouts and everything, like the old city where I was living in Magdeburg. Um, 12 years ago, he came back from a Thailand trip with one of the masks, and it was one white mask and one green mask.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like just my fourth or fifth kickboxing fight, and I won this fight via decision. But we were kind of like not really satisfied with the decision. It's like it was a hard training, like good training. It was like one of the first time I went to another city for like having a real training camp for one of my
Mm-hmm.
kickboxing fights. And he said, "Hey, maybe we need something that people will recognize you a little bit more. Like we put something on that like people will say like create a nickname or create
Mm-hmm.
some kind of a character." And we came up with the idea to put on the mask and then just walk out with the mask, and
Mm-hmm.
then 2 weeks later I had another fight in kickboxing. Back then I was fighting a lot in kickboxing.
Yeah.
And had another fight, was wearing the mask. I remember I hit an inside low kick and then a switch knee to the head, knocked him out with it. And then a lot of people were like, "Oh, who's this kid with the green mask? Who is this kid with the green mask?" And back then it was just like a gimmick, It was just like an WWE character, just have something for the
Mm-hmm.
entrance. And then with
Yeah.
MMA, it became more and more like, okay, that's going to be the character. That's going to be, we're going to sell merch with it. We're going to make like a whole business, a whole brand out of it. And so it came up with like Green
Mm-hmm.
Mask MMA. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, that's an awesome story and an awesome background for that. So, a little bit about your life outside the cage. On your Instagram and elsewhere, you've posted you're very passionate about anti-poaching and just
Oh, yeah.
wildlife and
Oh, yeah.
animals in general. Talk to me a little bit about just some of the work you've done with that and just what that cause means to you.
Yeah. So in general, animals need a voice and animals need humans to protect them. That's super, super important because we're going to take
Absolutely.
their environment step by step, because we're going to expand and we're going to be more people on this world. It's
Yeah.
never stopping.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I was always like, I just had this conversation today. Like, I really don't know when it all started, but like, I've never been grow up with like lots of animals. So it was just like we had like one dog around, or we had like a couple cats, stuff like this. Our friends had cats or dogs. Never had like, I was not living like on a farm or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And with my first dog, I bought, he had to go like super spontaneous to a surgery. Then he died on the surgery, which was like very unfortunate, and was one of my
Oh.
first dogs. And
Mm-hmm.
with that, I was like, literally, when I was like digging his grave, I was like, hey man, like I really want to do something with animals because they are like so pure, like even they are like in pain or even something is with them, they're gonna show you just love, like especially when it comes down to dogs. So started like working with
Yeah.
dogs, start working in shelters as like charity work and all this, help walking dogs, help with like even like give them like some kind of training and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 years ago, a friend of mine invited me. He was like, "Hey, come down to South Africa. I have property there. I'm going to start something there." He already has an anti-poaching business running there, and he said, "I just want to show you something of the side of anti-poaching.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you like it, maybe not." So we went out there. Me and my girlfriend. We had like 10 days out there. We went to national parks. We had like the first couple days, what anti-poaching is, stop the bleed, all these courses,
Mm-hmm.
and it just hooked me so much. It's like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's like, outside of fighting, I never found something which really like gives me drive to do. It was like, I always wanted to be a fighter and just a fighter, and nothing else. So this was like the first thing which really catched me. So from then, I'm gonna go back and forth to South Africa. After my fight, I want to finish my basic course in anti-poaching. I'm also gonna do a long-range sniper course, and gonna step by step do all the courses until I'm a real anti-poacher, and then I'm gonna work as an anti-poacher as well. So after my fighting career, I'm stopped fighting for myself, so I'm gonna start fighting for the animals.
That's absolutely incredible, man.
Yeah.
What a cause. And that's, again, I'm very passionate about animals. You can see my
Yes.
dog right back there right now, just hanging out on my
Hello,
bed.
sweetie. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So
I love it.
again, that's a very awesome cause. And I think that's so cool that you have a plan after fighting with such an awesome industry.
It was important for me, for my mindset, to build it. Last couple of years have been tough. I've been through a tough run in the UFC. COVID was so tough. Like, a lot of people forget it. They are like, oh, we're in 2024. And then they are, Niklas, he wasn't good enough for UFC, got cut. And I'm like, do you remember how I got in the UFC? Do you remember what time it was? I was training in my hotel room, and I took fights on short notice. So,
and not to mention, your last loss, look what Benoit Saint-Denis is doing now. It's like you are obviously very high caliber because you were
and
in
they
there
never
with a very
show my fight somewhere. Even though there's like highlights of, like, they never show, like, I really don't know what was happening there. But like,
Hey, well, Oktagon is treating you well. So
yes, 100%.
Next Saturday, everything goes well. Get a win. What's next for you in 2024? Obviously, you mentioned going back to South Africa just a bit ago, but what would be the ideal rest of the year? You want to fight again? Do you kind of want to take some time? What kind of does the schedule look like for you?
I mean, if they say Frankfurt is open, I'm going to jump in right away. I would stay in training camp. I would not say, oh no, I'm not, I have bruises or I have this, like 60,000 people. I would not say no. Otherwise, I know there's always shows coming up at the late of December. And I would love to fight in the late of December because I have birthday and I always wanted to fight around my birthday. I've never had the chance to do so. I would love to do this and just stay busy, stay active. I really want to do a couple more fights and then focus a little bit more on Africa, like by the middle of next year. So I hope the best scenario is like a first round knockout and then have like 2 more fights until like April next year and then have like a half year off for like Africa.
Absolutely. So one more question before we finish up. Obviously, the Tip Sport Game Changer tournament has been incredibly popular for Oktagon.
Yes.
Helped change a lot of fighters' lives.
Oh, yeah.
They're probably going to be doing another one this next year. What's your case to make it for the welterweight division, and what's your case to be in that tournament?
So I'm not sure if they're going to do 170 again. If they have to take me, I'm one of the best 170 guys in Germany, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of upcoming guys. There's a lot of guys who, like, shortly right before the Dana White Contender Series and all this. But then it's like, I've proved myself. I've been into deep waters. I fought a lot of tough guys. So I'm just ready to go. I feel like my skill set I can go with everyone, especially in Oktagon. I can beat everyone. I slipped against Kertish. It was a bad performance. It was a bad training camp and bad mindset overall. So this is all gone. It's all past. Now it's like completely new people, new team. I trained different, I changed a lot of stuff. I changed a lot of stuff in my diet, and I feel so good. So they have to take me, that's it.
Absolutely. 100%. So last but not least, do you have any sponsors, training partners, coaches, anybody you really want to thank for this training camp specifically?
Yes, especially, like, we speak in English, so I'm going to say thank you to all the people here in Vegas, especially to the guys in Extreme again. Thank you to Marky, Coconut Bombs. He took care of me so well. We trained a lot. We trained underwater. We trained a lot of pets, a lot of drill sessions. It was a great training camp overall with him. Thank you to Eric for taking care of me, also let me join the team. Thank you very much to Captain America, Sean Strickland. He's been nice to me. He treats me very well. He helps me a lot, and he sparred me and he shows me stuff I really have to work on, which is great. And then all my sponsors, Wir kaufen dein Motorrad.de, Pure Ice, Louvre, Sentinel of Nature, all these guys who are helping me, Pure Ice filters, they're amazing. I really thank them and appreciate them. Without them, it's so hard to get it done, without sponsors, without anything. So grateful for that. Big kisses to my wife. I love her. And September 7, I'm gonna
Mhm.
I'm gonna knock this dude out. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm so motivated, and I really, really, really want to fight. I really, really want to fight. You know, I'm just excited as fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you very
Everybody,
much.
make sure to catch Niklas Green Mask Stolze fighting at Octagon 60 in
100%.
Oberhausen on September 7th,
Yes.
live on Octagon TV and DAZN. And once again, best of luck, and thank you again for taking the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.